Hello and welcome to building my first venue, a Gladiator's Keep-It. Okay, to start, we'll create a new venue, click on the folder with the yellow splash, and this should open up a region map for the world. Everything highlighted in the blue boxes is a lot that you can build a venue on. So let's grab this particular lot right here. Type, it's already set to Gladiators single. That's a single player, Gladiators. We said we're going to build a keep it, so let's go to keep it. And the game time duration. Let's give it a title. Okay, and accept. Okay, let's zoom into it. What I'm doing to zoom in is I just go ahead and click into this viewport and I use the wheel mouse and that allows me to zoom in. If I hold the Alt key and press my right middle mouse, it allows me to pan the camera so I can focus on a location. If I hold the Alt key and left click, I can rotate around. So this allows me to just basically position my camera to a place that I'd like to focus on, and I can start building there. In a Keep It venue, the first thing we need is we do need to put in a gem launcher. This is a main element of the game. So we will go to Gladiator Components, click on that, and you'll see a gem launcher. Just left click on that icon and drag it into the screen. Now, you have a few choices of what this gem launcher is. If it's a very large venue, you might want this particular launcher. This launcher has ramps that you can drive off of, and it also launches the gem from this point. If you'd like something a little smaller, you just move over to the parameters section. Let me just get some room here. And from here, you can select the size that you want. Let's go with a small one right now. So by clicking small, you see it's changed my gem launcher into a small type of gem launcher. Let's zoom into it. Again, I can wheel mouse into it, or I can just select the object and press this fit view to selected. This brings the camera right to the object and puts it in the center of my screen. And then as I rotate, that's Alt left mouse button, it will rotate around that selected object. Okay, so the first thing I noticed is my object is floating. So if I click on the manipulator handle, these are these directional indicators. It lets me know what direction I'm going to be moving that object. So if I click on this blue cone, it's pointing up, so it lets me know that I'm going to move on the up and down axes. So as I move it down, I can see the shadows getting close to the ground. And finally, I just drop it right into the ground. So that's good for the launcher. The next thing I'm going to need is I'm going to need a start marker. The start marker is where my car starts when the game begins. So to go to the start marker, I will navigate to this library under start markers. I have two types. I have a grid style and a ring start marker. For this case, I'm going to use the ring because I can put the ring around that launcher, just like that. And then I'm going to rotate and just center this to my launcher, something like this. That's good enough. And now I'm going to drop it down a bit because when my car starts, it's going to start in one of these vehicles, one of these placements. And it will drop to the ground, and that's just fine. I just don't want it to drop from too high of a distance. Okay, I think that's good. One other thing you might want to add, it's not required, but it's a good idea, is to bring in a repair station. Now the repair station you'll find under the Gladiators Components Repair Station. Just drag that in. This is as good a spot as any. Let me zoom into it. I'm going to focus to it by pressing the fit view to selected and zoom out a little bit with my wheel mouse. And I'll just drop that right here. There we go. So you notice I rotated this by clicking on these round spheres that are right next to the cones. These are the rotation handles, and they rotate around the pole that it's on. So the green one, in this case, would rotate around that pole. Just like that. Okay, I have everything I need to create a Gladiator venue. To ensure that it's everything that I need, press this validate check mark up on top here, and it lets me know that the venue is valid. If it wasn't valid, it will let me know what the missing item is, and then I would go and retrieve that and put it into my scene, and then I could revalidate and check. So now we can just test our venue. If I go to this test key, or this test icon up on top here, pressing that will actually put me into the game and allow me to try this out. And let's do that right now. Okay, here it is. There's the gem launcher straight ahead. To the left, there's that repair station. And on the other side, I see the gem. That's it. That's the simplest form of Keep-It you could probably ever make. Okay, so we got to try it, and we can make any changes we'd like. We can add elements to the scene at this point, basically design it to how we want it to look. Well, that's it. That's how simple it is to create a Gladiator Keep-It venue, and thanks for watching.